Well, hello and welcome to the next video in our Can the Bible Be Trusted series, where we are examining the credibility of the Bible. So far, we've talked about why this is a very important question, and also about how do you really determine whether or not the Bible can be trusted. How do we go about examining this? And we discover that the way you prove something like this is not via the scientific method, but via the legal historical method, whereby you examine the evidence, evaluate the evidence honestly, and then let that lead you to a conclusion. And so what we're going to be doing in the next several videos is examining the evidence for the reliability and trustworthiness of the Bible. And the first area of evidence we're going to look at in this video is the uniqueness of the Bible. Now this is important because you might be tempted to think, well, the Bible's just like every other religious book out there. There's lots of different religious books, and they all claim to speak for God, so it's no different than those. But the fact is that the Bible is amazingly unique. Let me just show you a few quick ways in which the Bible is very unique. One of those ways is in its authorship. Most religious books out there were written by one person in one time and place, and it contains their own ideas or supposed revelation. But the Bible is amazingly unique in its authorship. Here are some facts. The Bible is written by over 40 different authors over 1,500 years, written from 3 different continents and 3 different languages. Now, think about that. And what's amazing, all these authors are incredibly unique and distinct. They were rich and poor and kings and peasants. They wrote from palaces and dungeons. Incredibly diverse in these authors, and yet what's amazing is they write with incredible unity and harmony. The Bible describes one cohesive story of God coming to save man from our sin. So the Bible is amazing in its uniqueness, though very diverse in its authorship. Another great piece of evidence for that is in the Bible's unique ability to survive. Think about this. With most religious books, after enough time and scrutiny, they tend to break down because the facts tend to get out there and they crumble. But the Bible, though it has been around longer than just about any religious book out there, and it has been intensely attacked for centuries, continues to stand the test of time. I mean, think about it. There have been so many people incredibly motivated to try to destroy the Bible. For centuries, people have tried to find that one piece of evidence that will disprove the Bible and finally bring it to an end, yet it has never happened. And so it has this amazing ability to survive even under intense pressure. But one last way in which the Bible is unique is in its character. Think about that. You know, most religious books out there, when they speak about their own characters and the authors who write it, they speak of themselves in very glowing terms. But when you read the Bible, the authors of Scripture regularly speak very honestly about their own personal shortcomings and failures and the failures of their people and their cultures. And so they're not written to simply uphold their own prophets or leaders and try to show them in the best possible light, but instead the Bible is written with brutal honesty, and it shows the sins of the patriarchs and the prophets and the kings and the apostles, and all the dirty laundry is hung out there for everyone to see. And so again, that goes and points to the credibility and uniqueness of the Bible. So here's a couple of questions to think about. Thinking about the uniqueness of the Bible, how does this evidence compare to other sources upon which you base your spiritual understanding? And then secondly, among these areas of uniqueness with the Bible, which one is most compelling to you? Is it its uniqueness in its authorship, or its ability to survive, or its character? Stay tuned. In the next video, we'll talk about the next piece of evidence for the reliability of the Bible.